Hey there, everyone. We are hot in the midst of the current Mythic/Legendary banner, Dumas, of course, and along with a new banner comes the banner notes. And as you can see on here, we just got some. And what is super duper interesting about this is it gives us a clear indication as to what we're looking at for the next couple months. So that's what we're going to go over right now. So the notes that you can see there, we got Duma coming back in May, and then Ike coming back in April, and then everybody else coming back in May as well. And that's what I've more or less compiled with what I currently have over on the left. So you've got a pretty decent idea as to who's coming back. Nice and even. We've got fours all around. So in February next month, we've got Hreed, Gunthra, Ephraim, and Robin making an appearance once again. It's worth noting that we have someone from every pool. Hreed is in red, Gunthra's in green, Ephraim is in blue, and of course Robin needs no introduction to the colorless legendary hero that she is. So we've got them coming back in February. It should be a legendary hero that we have. And the mythic hero is so up in the air at this point. I'm not gonna bring that up on graph, but I've got the two open slots down below. Now we were told that it's going to alternate until we finish out the legendary checkbox, basically. And so since we just had a mythic hero, we should be getting a legendary hero this time around in February. All colors are marked, so there's not really a color indication that we have. If a data mine comes up close enough to the seasons changing, we might get an indication as to whether or not it's going to be an Earth Blessing with a res buff or a Fire Blessing with a speed buff. Pretty tough to say at this point. Time will tell later on. But anything is possible, basically, this month for February. March, we have Ryoma, Lucina, Azura, which if you don't have Azura yet, you might want to get Azura. That might be worth pulling for. Especially with Lucina in the pool. Blue's a pretty good color to pull on this time around. And Air. Air is coming back for the colorless. And you might be saying, hey, there's no green there. Correct. There is no green there. So for what that's worth, we have a green unit that is not indicated. I do not think it would be Gunthra. Of course, anything from here on out, March through May. We don't know if any of the February units are going to make a reappearance in any of those months. I would say that they are not going to re-showcase Gunthra in March. So that indicates to me that we are going to be having a green mythic hero, because again, they are alternating in March. Now what that could be, literally anything. Everything's pretty open to interpretation at this point. It could be a Dragonstone, it could be a Tome. It could be a bow for all we know. Oh god, I just rhymed. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. But it is worth noting that we don't have anybody locked in for the green pool yet. So more than likely we will be looking at a green mythic hero of some kind in March. April is a bit of a different story as well. We've got Marth, Ike, Hector, and Fjorm coming back. And again, there's no indication of a colorless unit there. It could be Robin. We could be seeing Robin pop back in again. That I think is much more likely than seeing Gunthra in March and February. But after February, we'll know. Right now, it looks like we are getting a colorless legendary hero in April. But we won't really know for sure if that pool is locked until the end of February, or we at least get the notes for February and the legendary hero banner that we have there. If Robin comes back around in April, we obviously have representation from red, green, blue, and colorless. So it's kind of a February situation again where it's anything kind of goes. And that would actually be the last legendary hero that we have. Because we've only got 2 squares blank left on the board. So, you know, it could be, you know, that Earth Res or that Fire Speed unit. We don't know. But if Robin does not show up again, if we get the notes and say Robin's coming back in August or June or whenever, then we know that April is definitely a colorless legendary hero. So, probably highly anticipated, but I wouldn't hold my breath. More than likely, Robin's going to make a reappearance. I might even bet money on that. I don't have a lot of money at this moment, but I might bet money on that. And then, of course, in May, rounding out the last bit of notes that we got, a lot of people coming back. So it obviously looks pretty darn similar to the January Mythic Hero banner. And that's exactly what we're going to have. We're going to have a new Mythic Hero once again in May. Again, color is represented in every single pool. So we've got red with Erica, we have Lynn with the green pool, Tiki with the blue, and Big Daddy Duma in the colorless. So again, anything kind of goes, and that's typically how it starts. It was kind of just an onslaught of any possibility in the beginning when we had Legendary Heroes. So you know, Mythic Heroes are kind of starting out the same way. Duma was a pretty good guess. If anybody guessed Duma, hats off to you. But I think it's going to be interesting to see where they come with the rest of these pools here. I've said before, it's pretty easy to kind of lock in the colorless Dragonstone unit for a Mythic or Legendary, just because it's kind of easy to do. If you're a dragon, you can be technically any color Dragonstone, I guess, for the most part. So I'm not going to say it's a lazy cop-out, but you know, we'll be getting Mythic colorless heroes at least. We didn't really get too many legendaries, but hey, for what that's worth, that's kind of what we're looking at right now. It could be any weapon class. At this point, honestly, it's anything. We don't really know what's happening, to be perfectly upfront. The only indication we have right now is a colorless hero in April. But again, it could just be Robin that we get the notification from in February. So anything goes. Isn't that exciting? Isn't that exciting? Hopefully we don't have too many more you know, broken skills. I know Duma's Anima seasonal skill with Upheaval is kind of upsetting. His Upheaval skill and his weapon skill in general are a little upsetting. So for what that's worth, hopefully nothing's too busted moving forward here. And we keep Ether Raids nice and, well, Ether Raids isn't exactly at a healthy state at the current moment, but it could be worse. It could always be worse. Remember that, everyone. It could always be worse. So yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. Are you excited about any of the banners that we've got coming? I know that the Legendary Heroes are maybe going to be trumped by the Brave Heroes that we've got coming, probably more towards August, late summer, early fall. But I know a lot of people are going to be in save mode for that one. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. This is what we've got coming for the next 4 months. Look forward to it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.